Hi friends, Andy Vegan. It's peanut butter time. I make my own peanut butter, and here I have 5 cups of raw peanuts. Yeah, very simple. They're very inexpensive. I buy them in bulk, and that is cheaper than any nut. The cheapest that is, and it's an easy way to make your own peanut butter. Usually peanut butter is roasted. Peanuts, they taste a little bit different, but what happens when they are roasted, I can't stop eating. There's salt a bit sometimes, and all that makes me want to eat more and more. It's delicious, yes, but it seems a little bit my body doesn't know when to stop. And when you eat the raw peanuts, it's different. They taste delicious, the more original peanut flavor, but at a certain point, it begins to taste bitter, and I don't want to eat more. So that seems to be a natural to my body to say when it's enough. They have a lot of protein peanuts. They are not nuts, they are legumes. They are like beans and peas in the same family. So they have more protein. I guess 100 grams have a 27 or so, a quarter protein, and half of the 100 grams is fat almost, or 40, 45 or something. A lot of fat, of course, but nuts have more fat and less protein. Peanuts have more protein, and that makes it, of course, it's very, very nutritious. They make you full, and it's a wonderful food. I mean, it's a very super healthy, like all the nuts and seeds and legumes. Yeah? The peas and the beans, very, very healthy, highly recommended. But only the nuts and the seeds are only healthy, super healthy, I mean, when they are raw. So they are roasted or salted or add oil to it or so, they lose these best qualities. So I make my raw peanut butter now to show you how I make it. It can be used in many ways. And the best way for a private person like me, and not a professional, is a food processor, I would say. Yeah. Here, the S-blade, fitted, and I put the peanuts right in there. And now, I just have to process on and on and on. It takes maybe 40 minutes or so, and depends on your food processor. Sometimes, when you process longer, it turns hot, the machine goes hot. And then I stop, I wait until the machine cools down, because then it gets too hot, can be harmed. So it's very easy. You have to be still a little patient. I can do other things in between. I have to process a very long time. And after that, when it's ready, I show that in detail. With the food processor, you don't get to a certain, over a certain fine texture. Yeah, the professionals, they have different machines. They have big stones to grind it, and presses, and so they get a really fine peanut butter. You don't get that at home. That's not possible. You need other machinery. But for a certain degree, you can do it. To me, that's okay. And what helps even then, when it's ready here, I put it through my juicer to get even a little bit finer. It's ready before it mixes, because a little bit of difference, it makes clear difference. So you can do without, you don't need a juicer, but the juice is even finer. But anyway, I begin now, and I'll show you a little bit what it works, how it works. Blender dance. I make a quick break, not for the heat, but there is another thing that happens regularly when I do these. When I put a lot of nuts or seeds into my processor, then what happens, they push it up, the nuts or the seeds, they are pushed up against the wall, like here, you see. And sometimes you can just continue, but sometimes you have to open. That's no problem at all. It's totally normal. I open it, you see, I show you inside. You see the walls are high with the nuts the peanuts, and the ground where the blades are, careful now, so the blades have no more, so it has to be pushed down. I take my spatula, and bring it down a little bit, and just put it back onto the blades. And that's what I want to show you. That you have to do that as often as it takes. Yeah, that is no problem. At a certain point, it begins to stay down, or maybe you put it slower or so. But that's no problem. I just want to show you that you aren't confused if you try it on yourself, by yourself. This is normal. So one more. Yeah, it can be fast too. I just had maybe 2 or 3 rounds and it's up again. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Just put it down again onto the blades and continue. So you see, this is the filler black. I took it out while processing because after 10 minutes or so, I looked at the clock. After 10 minutes or so, and opening it and helping it to turn over the dough here and so on, 10 times or so. I didn't count it a lot of times. It began to work without opening it, so I could just let it run. But then after a time, it gets hotter and hotter, and when you take this filler plug off, the heat goes out earlier, and you can process a little bit longer, because I don't want to have it too hot, because when it's too hot, and that's what it looks like, it could be so hot that it's no longer raw. It changes the texture inside. And now it looks like this, and it's pretty warm already. Can feel. The machine is still okay. It's a robust food processor. Also, that depends on your food processor. What you have, this one is almost 2 decades now. It's a very robust thing. I was very lucky. I could purchase it very inexpensive. It was an offer. And now I can keep it, and it doesn't dance around. You know, a good food processor has a robust motor engine, and doesn't dance around. It stays on the place where it is. So that is very important, otherwise you can't really let it alone. And it doesn't get hot so easily. But now it gets warmer, I make a pause. That's why I'm coming now here to you. I let it sit for a moment, maybe a half an hour or so, an hour, whatever it takes until it cools down, and then I begin again. And I come back to you and show you what happens then, right? So the first step is complete. I ran 5 cups of raw peanuts through my food processor. Well, I had a half hour, an hour break to cool the machine down, and now you have this, and then I began, and now I have this texture, and that's fine. As it could be, I could use that right away. It's now a little bit warm after the whole processing. Yeah, but here, that's what it looks like now. It's quite runny. It's nice. It's a peanut butter. It's perfect. And I could now process on and on. It wouldn't get much finer, but that's okay. I can also, in this case, I'm lucky. I have a juicer. It's a masticating juicer. There are 2 kinds of juicer: the fast ones and the masticating, the slow ones. The masticating juicer, like this one, Champion Juicer, it's a used one. It's very inexpensive. Yeah. They have this here. This is where the product gets into juice. Yeah? And this here is where I put the fruit in, or the vegetables. Yeah? And then it gets here through and gets here out. That's the trester usually. And here the juice comes out. But now I don't want to make juice. I want to make peanut butter, not mousse, not butter. So the filter, where I get the juice out of, the filter, usually the fiber is filtered out here through this filter. But when I make it, use it as to get the peanut butter finer, I close this. Yeah. So here nothing can get out here. That's the juicer comes with this tool to make it into to use it for a peanut butter, for example, other nut mousse, nut butters. So that's all I have to do. I'm going to show you, and then I can put the peanut butter here on top, and run it through the juicer. I will do that right away. Show you how to do it. It's running now. It's running. Maybe you can see that. I can run it through. I help a little bit with this tool or with the spoon. Let's see. That's very easy. I just want to show you, I can do that. I just want to show you, I can do that twice, or also, it doesn't really matter. It is now finer here. It's just almost the same, but it's a little bit finer. I did it first and I tried it, and it tasted. It's a little different. So you have a chance to use such a juicer. It's a little bit better. But I guess that's the best you could do. Food processor is okay. Juicer then refined a little bit, but you can't get it better. I guess that's all you can do. And just when you have the raw nuts or peanuts, that's where you can get it. And that's fine. With that, you have a very fine peanut butter. You just put it into a glass. Just to show you the rest, I will do the rest also, but just to show you what it looks like. This goes into my fridge, of course. Nuts and seeds are better stored in the fridge when they get warm, and over some time they might get a little rancid, and that's not so good, of course. So very cooling if you have a chance to cool them. I will do that, especially with the raw peanut butter when it's not roasted and not salted. The roasted and salted ones, what you can get in the shop, usually they are. You don't need to put it in the fridge, but because the roasting and the salting makes them durable. But when they are raw, the fresh ones, they waste faster. So there are many downsides to having it raw, but I like it better, and I feel it's more balanced. My body tells me no, but it's enough. I don't have that with the guante gay, with the roasted ones or with the salted ones, so I will always continue to eat. So that's what I'm going to show you today. It's a little bit here a mess. I continue that, but just to show you, I guess that's all I need to show you for today. Enjoy your peanut butter, enjoy my video. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, subscribe, and the vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.